Young people, oh God. Long time no see, man. Anywho, yeah, good to make you see me. I guess I can't see you. But yeah, so I'm here. I'm here. I haven't forgotten about you, your energy, your place in this world, all those things. I was just on a mission. You see me? I had to help other, get some other things in place, as you can see on this channel here, cause we all need some help sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to do what I can for dancehall people them and the reggae people them, cause that's my culture, that's my vibe, you know. So yeah, I'm here now. I'm here. Whew. And then I added the hairdressing things for the people who are hairdressers because I'm a hairdresser myself. So I'm trying to look after my people, okay, or people like myself. All right, so yeah, so now we're gonna do a collective message for you, cause you know doing each and every one of you, that's a bit hard. However, when I'm motivated, I will do a roll call and see who God has messages for. So just take God's silence as no news is good news. Okay? So the fact that God hasn't spurred me to bring you any messages for the longest while mean that you're doing great. No matter how your situation looks, you're doing the best that you can. Okay? And that's what it's about. It's about helping you to learn to use your intuition. Okay? Not making you rely on tarot and outside help and these things. It's about you forming a relationship with the spirit that guides you. Okay? So, yeah. So let's see. As a collective, Youngaz, let's see what does God want to tell you at this time? What does God want to talk to you about? Because now I've been spurred to do collective reading. I was gonna do a spirit card reading because I wasn't sure what I'm supposed to do. So when I feel like I want to do a reading but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, that's when I know spirit's been guiding me. But then I sat down and the vibe changed. So yeah, here we are. Let's see, what is God gonna talk to you about today? Young people, them. Catch chicks. See, I need your love. Stay on the road, bad energy, stay far away. Give me love for the night, give me love for the night, don't waste no time. And I pressed it twice. Come get your wife. She tell me, bad man, see, I need you. Eh, I need your love. I need you. Stay on the road, bad energy, stay far away. Make it that far away. Left that girl, she was no fun. SK level. I see a card flipped over, I think. That's why she never want me to leave. She tell me, bad man, see, I need your love. See, I need your love. You need it close to me. You tell her, say, stay on the road. Bad energy, stay far away. Just give me love for the night. Give me love for the night. Don't waste my time. Some people, you just have to take the thing and move on in it, because it's just like a fucking headache. And take certain people in small doses in it. Real talk. That's my anthem right now, yeah. So this song I'm gonna go over and over and over and over, if you can hear it. I hate to see when YouTube put up that copyright shit, talk about copyright claim, because I don't want them to like shut down my videos, at least not because of something that I've done. If they want to be jackasses like they usually are to me and shut my shit down, then that's fine, but I don't want to be the one to be found liable for getting any of my videos shut down in any way, you know. We soon there. You know how this go already. You have to align your cards so that we get the story just how God is trying to deliver it. Because if I don't, I'm gonna be chatting gibberish to you, giving you a piece of the story, and that's not how we do it over here. Six more. Yes, you would know fun. Yeah, I do those music live sometimes. Sometimes I don't care, but this is important. I don't really. I feel a way about playing music during the readings and then seeing all them damn copyright claim business there. Ugh. It doesn't sit well with me. Okay, that's it. Two more. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have, parenting. Okay, so parenting is all about looking after anything. Could be looking after plants, looking after people, looking after yourself. But parenting is all about maturity. Idealistically, it's about maturity. It's about common sense. It's about sensibility. It's about seeking for the answers when you don't know. It's about admitting when you don't know the answers. So let's see. So that's kind of that's one of the issues or the energy at play, yeah. So let's see What's the message God has for you at this time? What do you want to talk to the young folks about, please? Ah. Alright, Most High, come in and fill my mouth with the right words so I can guide your young ones in the direction that you really want them to go in, please. Because you know, you fill my mental files with some knowledge, but I'm limited. You know what I'm saying? So you come in, take over, and talk to your peoples, right? Because this is a very sensitive subject. Okay, low self-esteem. That's what your father, mother, God want to talk to you about. That's what the universe want to talk to you about. That's what your ancestors want to talk to you about. That's what your spirit guides want to talk to you about. Yeah, that's what your God want to talk to you about. Low self-esteem. So what is low self-esteem? It is thinking lowly of oneself. It is believing that one is incapable. But what do we know, or what are we supposed to know about God? We're supposed to know that we were made in the image and the likeness of God. We're supposed to know that God loves us. Or you fill in the gap. Spirit guides, angels, whatever you believe in. When I say the word God, you fill it with whatever you believe in, okay? So if it's ancestors, you do that. Archangels, put it there. By using the term God. So yeah, we were made in the image and the likeness of the Most High God who created all things. We are mini creators. We are copies of the prototype. So having low self-esteem, if you truly understand God, if you truly understand life, it wouldn't happen. Okay? So the first thing you need to recognize is who you are. Okay? So who are you? You're made of God. You are gods and goddesses. That don't mean that we get everything right, you know. So don't mix up the term. We are gods and goddesses, but you know, we're not the God. That's why our mental capacity is kind of limited. That's why we're here to learn. And if you're here to learn, then that means you should go easy on yourself when things don't go the way that you want them to go. The fact that we're here to learn means that there's a high possibility of us making mistakes. So give yourself space to make mistakes. That's how anybody that you see as a professional right now, that's how they came to be a professional. That's why they have schools. That's why people teach themselves. Because not everybody goes to school for long when them learn. But you have to spend time practicing whatever it is that you want to achieve. You have to spend time in that mind frame, programming yourself to being on the path to achieving. And that calls for speaking positively to yourself. Because if you already see yourself as being incapable, you're not going to put in the effort to even see your desire half manifest. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get some more information. We got I was hired. And I'm hearing you taking that on. This kind of hiring is you taking it on. But we got psychic warfare there. So you're in your psyche, you're just uncomfortable. Prenuptial agreement. So it's like you took on these thought processes. Because if you look at the world around you, you know, there's a lot of positive and there's also a lot of negative. Tell me why we choose to cling to the negative so easily. It's because we have low self-esteem. We think lowly of ourselves. We don't think highly of ourselves. You see me? So that's why we cling to the negative so easily. All right. Even the beautiful ones. Oh my God. Let's not talk about beauty and all these things. That's another tragedy that mankind is going through right now. Uh, we have so much work to correct so much bullshit, peoples. That's why we need you in your right frame of mind, okay, Youngaz? Because it is partly your work too. I'm not here to do everything. I'm only here to guide you in the right direction. I'm here to give you the strength so you can go out and I could watch you on social media and hear you them talk about you on the news and the difference that you're making in this world because you see the bullshit. So anyway, and this world is full of triggers for low self-esteem. Full. Full. Especially when you're a person who has a high calling on your life. This internet thing, don't trust it. Because number one, when you're going to school, they know who you are. They know what you're capable of. And they know what side of the coin or what side of the fence you belong on. You see, like how they give me big trouble? You see how they make my life hard is because they know my destiny. And that's the reason why they're trying to throw me off focus so badly. And if you're one who has a high calling on your life, and if you're here connecting to me, you must do. They're targeting you too. So don't believe the numbers that you see on your videos. Don't believe the scores that you get. Don't believe everybody's opinion that they share of you. You need to be your biggest critic and your biggest fan. So anybody else in between don't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because people will put you up and drag you down when they feel like. If you put your happiness in the hands of anybody else and everybody else. You have to be your biggest critic and your biggest fan at the same time. So it's like, I'm going to listen to y'all, but the final decision is mine. Whether they must say something good or bad, whether you choose to believe it, let that be your decision. Not because they've managed to infiltrate your mind. Because this is exactly where the war is taking place. Because if you captivate somebody's mind, then their whole being belongs to you. Because once you control their mind, you control their actions. And right now there's a war for everybody's mind, as you can see. It's info wars. Triggers. And my loves, you don't have to get sucked into every fucking thing that you see happening in the earth. If it's a race war, you don't have to get involved. Just sit back and watch on social media. Listen. You don't have to say nothing unless you're moved to. But don't be triggered to. Be moved to. Whether it's race or gender or politics or whatever, don't let these people control you. Because, listen, some of the things that I hear them say on this internet is so ridiculous, yeah. And it's like, people really believe, I don't think people really believe some of the things they be saying, they're just trying to make other people believe these things. That's why you have to be the last person who make a decision when it comes to your life, in your mind. Because they'll drag you this way and that way, up and down and around and around and around and around and around. And then you just get tired. And then you'll drop in self-esteem. Just get depressed about life itself. And what is this existence really? This existence is what we make it to be. So right now, the evil people them, the idiot them, they're winning. That's why there's so much shit surrounding us. Because people who do positivity and promote positivity, I don't know if they're just stifling us so that our voices can't be heard and all that stuff, or if we're just not doing what we're supposed to be doing. But there's a hell of a lot more negativity around than there is positivity. Fuck all the wars. We have a war going on within ourselves that we need to handle. Wars that are going on with other people is not our primary concern. Because if we are not okay, we can't bless anybody else. We're empty. So we have to make sure our cup is full and running over. Give people what is running over. It's not selfish, it's wise. Because if you're empty, you cannot give anybody anything. So let's see. What else God want to tell you about this low self-esteem energy? Young people, them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, man, there's a lot of things in this world to depress us. You cannot fall for it. You can't fall for it all the time, every day, all day. You're destroying yourself. Hear them with their nonsense and fucking scroll. Or shut them off. Protect your energy. You have the power. You don't have to be involved in everything. That's exactly why the song is playing, isn't it? Dude said bad energy, stay far away. Life is what we make it. If you make it good, it's gonna be good. Even if it's just your little circle, don't worry about everybody else, man. Everybody need to take accountability for their own existence. And be careful what you choose to believe. Because not everything we hear on social media is true. So much of it is lies, including people pictures. Them not look as good as they look on them rascal at Instagram and them Facebook and them whatever else them have. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Be your own biggest critic and your own biggest fan. Because when you be yourself, you attract the right people who are going to love you for the real you. Do not try to keep up with this world. Because they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're trying to confuse you. That's the only place they're going. Into your head to confuse you. And drop your energy. You nobody got time for that. Even the adults, you see, we're trying to figure this shit out too. So do not look at us and mimic your life after us, because some of it we got wrong. I was telling you that since I met you guys. Parents don't know everything. Grown-ups don't know everything. Listen to me. We don't know everything. We're trying to understand life. We're trying to understand the game of life. We're trying to understand nature. We're trying to understand ourselves. Just like you. Don't make them fool you. We need your help. We need you to keep your head on because you're more pure than grown-ups are. We have been seasoned to this system, to this world. You now come into the world with more of a pure mindset. So you're empty, you're clear. So we need you to put your thinking caps on so that you can help us to think. You understand? We don't need you in this frame. Lift yourself up. We're not much different to you. I promise you. Just watch the internet and see the things that grown-ups be talking about and the things that the grown-ups then be doing. That's where we at. It's not a good look. And everything starts with our mind. One more time. Seriously. Just look at the adults. Look at the bottom of the deck. You need to do some research. That's what we need from you. They train us to believe, when we're young, these adults, they train us to believe that they got everything figured out. They train us to believe, I'm the parent, you're the child, you listen to me. That's how they train us to see them. Look at our so-called politicians. Look at the things that they're putting into the world. That's the state of us right now. You're probably more mature than a lot of them in there. A lot of you are probably more mature than your very parents. No disrespect to them. Or maybe there is disrespect to them. Maybe they deserve to be disrespected. Some of them do deserve to hear that. So let's see what God's want to tell you. Exactly. To check that to see if it's meant to be. Okay, so the underlying issue is about you pushing pride aside. It's about us as parents or adults, not just parents, adults. We who came before you who want to act like say we know everything and we got this shit under control. What do we have under control? Seriously. We hardly have our own homes under control. Certainly don't have our children under control. A lot of people don't even have good relations with their very children or their parents. Anyway, let's go back to this. So God wants you to pay attention to what are you great at. We need your strengths right now. So now you know that parents and adults don't know everything. I've been telling you this since I met you guys because it's the truth. We don't know everything. We just act like we do. We don't know shit because we've been following the same formula for many, many generations that maybe at one point it was working, but clearly we're in a different fucking time. And some parents are just stuck in the same stupid paradigm shift. Education is important. Debt is very depressing. Then you come out of university and whatnot, and you still not have no work, you can't make no money. What's that? When does that stop? When does that tradition, when does that fucking repetitive practice of ours stop? When do we stop living our life depending on the system to take care of us and then complain about the rascal system that's not taking care of us? Do not train yourself to expect somebody to provide a job for you. Train yourself to expect yourself to provide for yourself. Only the strong survive. Now is not time to play around. There's a time for play. Now is the time to start to get things together. So work on those things that you are great at. Strengthen your gifts. That's what you should be doing. And don't kiss nobody ass. Speak to them respectfully. But don't buckle when it comes to you being respected the same. Don't let them start that trend with you. And this is why you have to stay close to God, because when you try to stand up for yourself, these parents like to tell you, oh, it's my house. I'm the one that's paying for your school fees. So because you're paying for my school fees and you're housing me, that means I'm supposed to take any old bullshit from you, right? And then I'm supposed to be happy and love you still. Says who? What kind of mathematics is that? The only one who has unconditional love in this existence is God. Because if you don't love your parents, right, as you can see, they don't love you anymore. When I say love them right, if you don't love your parents the way that they want you to love them, they stop loving you. And if your parents don't love you in the way that you want them to love you, you stop loving them. So we need to stop talking about we have unconditional love for any fucking body. A lie. Speak the truth to yourself. And that's the part of the reason why this world is so fucked up too. Because parents, they put so much. They fucking steer their children life in the way that they want their children to steer their life. Not in the way they don't ask their children, son or daughter, what do you love to do? What are you great at? They don't get to know the child and nurture the child the way how the child needs to be nurtured. They look at something that's going like this and they put force to bend that shit and make it go like that. And then when you're unhappy and you commit suicide and you're always cussing with them and whatnot, they wanna, where did I go wrong? It's because we're stupid. Their parents did it to them. Their parents did it to them, and they just keep repeating the same silly practices. They don't change anything. And when the ones that are brave enough to change, guess what happened? The whole community rise up against them. Why? Because they care too much about what other people think. They've been trained to not divert from the bullshit. And so they want to They rise up like minions to keep you, quote unquote, in line as the parent. Continue to do bullshit. Continue to train your children to do bullshit. Only the strong survive. That's what's happening, loves. That's part of what's happening. There's a lot of silliness that's going on. And I had to learn the hard way exactly what this is. Because I used to feel like this is a beautiful world. I used to feel like if I'm good to others, they'll be good to me. I used to feel like if I'm good, if I work hard and whatnot, then my life is going to be great. No. Had a rude awakening. Even the secret society, because I'm not under my mother's ruling, not under my father ruling, me not under the ruling of the man. I'm not bound to any religious sect or anything like that. I'm a free agent. But then here come the secret society for all those who are free agents. To block you from becoming a success. Only the strongest will survive. So we have get a part-time job. Get a part-time job. And the other part of your time should be spent perfecting your skills. So spend time doing what you do for money right now, and spend time doing what you actually want to do as well. Nurture your gifts. God made you with these gifts for a purpose. That's your mission. That's your essence. Don't do what our parents did and get a 9 to 5, and then when you get a 9 to 5, what happened? You give all your time and your energy to them. You can't even get time to look after your children. You can't get time to look after yourself the way that you need to. All your time is given to the system. And then at 65 or whatever age old, they retire. And all they have to live off of is the little bit of money that these people are giving them as pension or whatever the hell they call it. And then they do nothing with their life but sit down and be bored because now they don't have no purpose. All their children grow up now, they're left by themselves. Most of their friends and whatnot, they probably have died or some shit like that. And life just gets more and more lonely for the elderly. But from this generation, we need to turn that around because like God said, do what you're great at, but also get a part-time job. So don't give them all of your time. That's the first thing. Make sure you spend time perfecting your skills and work towards self-sufficiency. So whenever that time comes, when you reach that stage where you can actually sustain yourself using your own gifts, then that's what you do. If that's what you choose to do, or you could keep on doing your part-time job if it makes you happy. You understand? But don't fall into that trap. What I feel like these people supposed to do if they want to give themselves to a 9 to 5 job, right? They're supposed to say, well, okay, when I'm 65, when I retire, that's when I'll definitely start my own business. So all them years that they're working, they were supposed to be putting money away so that they could start their own business, putting time into practicing their own gifts and fulfilling their own dreams that God put within them naturally. So when they get to that stage, they keep going. They have something to live for. So you will encourage them to keep fit, encourage them to keep doing things, keep their mind active, just keep living. But no, they retire and they sit around and do nothing but wait to die and wish to die. Because that's what they've been taught to believe happens at that age. This system is so fucked up, Youngaz, trust me. They teach us to believe that we can only live to like 60 and 70 years old and 80 years old. That's what they teach us to believe. Right now, there's so many elders out there that have their own plot of land ready to be buried in. So it's like them live them life expecting death. That's where they're going. So that it doesn't inspire them to live and do nothing. It doesn't inspire them to get the education that they didn't get before so that they can start something of their own. It doesn't inspire them to keep moving and whatnot, because what? They believe that wrinkles are unavoidable. They believe that getting old or looking old is unavoidable. I put up a video of a, I think she's Chinese or Japanese or something like that. She's 73 years old and she was a dancer. You could tell that she was a dancer from a long time, yeah. And when you look at her belly where she do all this, she do a lot of that. She do a very little bit of this. So her arms look very, her arms they don't have no muscle. But where she have muscle, she look like she about 23 cross, yeah. Her back look 23 down here. Her arms look 73 and her legs look like them about 60. So I can tell what parts of her body she keep using. So all now I could tell doing this is something regular for her. And she's 73. So tell me, how this part can look so young? It's because they keep living. She keep doing her thing. If she was to do some kind of dance move that was exercising her arms and that, you would never believe that she's 73 if she tell you. We need to stop allowing the way that these people taught us about life to sink into our system and make us govern our whole lives on those principles, because they're lies. I'm going to be 100 years old and still look like this unless I get sick. And if I get sick and I get better, when I come back out, me go exercise again. And once I start exercising, then all the wrinkles from all the dead muscles, they're going to go away. And I'm going to be looking young again. You think they want me to tell you these things? These are the kind of things that they hunt us down for and make our lives miserable for speaking things like this. Because they want to sell you their face creams and sell you their makeup and sell you their plastic surgery and sell you this and that. And then they want to make it hard for you to make money. We're born into a system of sufferation. It's an unfair system. That's why we need to stop relying on the system. They're not our friends. They only pretend to be. Have they been kind to you? They're not our fucking friends. Calm down, Chanel. Calm down. They're not our friends. They're here to kill, steal, and destroy us. Kill us, steal from us, and destroy us. Steal our money and our joy, and our youth, and our common sense. Steal our love for life. Steal our love for God. Steal our love for God's creation. And got us in this energy. That's their job. They're doing their job very well. What are you doing? What is your job? This is your job. Free yourself and sustain yourself by the power of God and the wisdom of God and the blessing of God. Be the difference. So we got to do something fun card, but it was in the reverse. So let's just see how it's meant to be in this reading. Okay, so it's in the reverse. So God says now is not the time to be playing around. Obviously, you need to take some time for fun. I don't think that God mean don't. But God is saying, yeah, don't play around with the lies. Or if they tell you don't have fun, that's a lie too. So I'm seeing those two. Fun is necessary. Because if you are a person that go dancing on a regular, you'll be sexy and fit. No, without even realizing. That's why we need some good clubs where people know by the way. And what they do to the drinks now? And spike your drinks and all them shit there. You need to have fun. You need to move your body so you can keep your youth. Smile more. And if you don't have nothing for smile for, you've seen me do my facial things and whatnot. That's how I stay looking like this at this age. That's how I keep the wrinkles away. That's my testimony. So if Babylon are like that, fuck them. But I'm telling you my truth. I've seen wrinkles coming in and me do my neck exercises and them gone. Because the muscles were getting weak. Because I'm not doing anything. I don't have no friends. I don't go out my house. I spend most of my time in my bed, and when me get tired of my bed, me go do some readings or me go up on my treadmill. So it's easy for the wrinkles to attack me because I'm not doing a lot at this time. They made sure to shut me down in all kind of ways. But I know the formula to getting rid of wrinkles and not looking old and decrepit how they want me to look. I still look sexy and fresh. I look better than them. And they hate me for it. They hate me for it. So, make sure you have fun. Because if they tell you don't have no fun, they're chatting shit. Have fun with life. Have fun with learning. Have fun with getting it right. Be your true self so you attract the right people to you so that you guys can figure it out together. And be mindful of when people switch on you. Because they will always put somebody in your midst to try and break you down. Send a lot of difficulty your way to try and discourage you. We living in an obstacle course. If you're not a conformist, your life becomes an obstacle course. They make your life hard. They target you. You hear about targeted individuals? Those are the non-conformists. And the mission for targeting you like that is to make you conform. Make you get weak and give up and become nasty like the rest of them. So instead of trying to help people and make the world a better place, you'll be joining them in breaking people down, breaking others down who have good intentions and high hopes like you and are not afraid to try and make it happen. There's us and there's them. That's just life. It's an obstacle course. But in the meantime, do have some fun. Because if I was miserable and feeling like, oh, life is so fair, why they always play with me? I have my cries. I have my time to cry. But then when that done. And I move on. If I was the person to cry a lot, you would be able to look at my face and see it would look kind of soggy or dragged down. And hell no. And I love my own company. That's why I look so good too, because I don't spend time around stupid people. You see that? Sensible people or no one at all. That's how I live. And I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of things that I do for myself. A lot of things that I try to learn and whatnot. My life is my school. I can't get bored. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. But it's because I allow myself to. You know? Because, I mean, it's not my desire to be in my house all the time and all of this. But I need to be like this right now. So, it's like, I have to endure. Because only the strong will survive. I'm not going to let the fact that I don't have any friends or I can't really be around my family right now and I can't trust most of them and I'm not making any money and they're blocking all my businesses and they're poisoning my water and they're sabotaging my teeth and they're sabotaging my womb and I can't let all these things bring me down. Life goes on. And the same way they can mash it up, the same way God can fix it. Because I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. It's not a joke. So if God wants to use me right now and put me through all these things, because remember, whilst we're growing and they're fucking with us, they're racking up karma and they're learning lessons. And God is going to use us to do miracles in our life so that they can see that they don't have the power that they think they do. But we have to hold on to our God, our ancestors, our angels, whatever we believe in. We have to hold on to them superpower there because They can see what we can't see, and they can hear what we can't hear. And that's why it's important for us to understand how to follow the instructions of our intuition. Because sometimes you don't know how you know, you just know. Sometimes you're chilling and you just hear something in your head, and you know you need to pay attention more to whatever the hell that is. Because who sent that thought to you? Somebody's helping you from somewhere. Telepathy. We are magical beings. We're not simple beings. God is special, and therefore we are special because we are made in the image and the likeness of God. But they don't want us to know that. They train us to use telephone thinking that we have to use telephone. They train us to believe that we have to put chip in our head in order to be telepathic. That's all lies. We are magical beings. This is Hogwarts. You'll get it one day. You'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what God wants to tell you when it comes to this low self-esteem that you're feeling. And there's so much more. As you go through life, you're gonna see more bullshit. But you're gonna be motivated or moved to do something about it at some point. But you have to learn first. So you have to go through the madness first. We have to be students first, then we can become a teacher to the others. Can you see me? I'm a champion, and I know that whoever my spirit connect to, y'all must be champions too. That's why we have to be the beauty and the beast. Because if you're too much of a beautiful soul, they fucking step all over you. And if you're too much of a beast, they say, oh, they say, you so unstable. You need to go to the crazy house. We need to take you to the loony bin because you're unstable. No, you have to know how to balance the two energies. Be gentle enough that they can see the God within you, and be beastly enough that they could know you're not to be fucked with. Just enough. Okay? So, I hope that this helped you, my loves. Now I have to figure out what to call your reading so you know exactly what this is about. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. Lift yourself up slowly, slowly. Don't rush yourself, but get up. Get up, we got work to do. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, my loves. Until next time.